Jumping back
Yeah.
just a little bit, I wanted to touch on something because this is something coming from an outsider's perspective that always cracks me up. Everyone in the community really knows rioters by their Riot summoner name. Like you're Riot Cactopus, Larry's Riot Legend Larry. But Larry continually has ingrained in me that a lot of the internal rioters don't really even remember what people's summoner names are. They're like, oh yeah, that's Larry, that's Ryan. They're like, oh, what's his summoner name again?
Yeah.
Which always cracks me up.
There's a lot to unpack with that. I mean, if you want to get really deep, it's like, to what extent are you integrated with your Riot identity? You know, like or to what extent is it a separate branch of your identity? Like there was a time where I think I kind of just truly was Cactopus. I think now I've started to distance myself a little bit. Not, and then again, there's a lot to unpack, but I think if someone were to repeatedly call me Cactopus in person at the office, I'd be like, dude, you can just Rigby's fine, you know, like, you can keep it chill. Don't be weird. But there's other people that are totally fine. Like, I don't know. I call David Turley. Um, just because calling him Freak seems so wrong, but lots of people call him Freak, you know, and I don't think that bothers him at all. Or Rivington, right? Everybody says Riv, but that one is like a little easier because the name is similar. Cactopus is like a really upsetting word to begin with, so I don't want to be in a meeting and have someone say that repeatedly. I don't know. It's you could go deep on that one. The
HR department. The HR department calls you. They're like, "Hey, Cactopus, could you come in here for a minute?" You've had some complaints.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Am I in trouble?"
Yeah. I was just thinking that. I'm like, if someone said, "Will Legend Larry please come to the office?" I'm like, I don't know if this is a joke or if it's like serious. Like it's
yeah. Okay, I'll give you one anecdote, which is that there are certain members of like the leadership team that I'm pretty familiar with, but our CEO, I didn't really get to know him until last year. And we were working on like the 10-year anniversary thing, and I'd probably been in like a dozen meetings with him, and someone referred to me as Cactopus, and he was like, "You're Cactopus?" And I was like, what is happening? So yeah, it causes weird situations at the office.
I feel like it might be that the more in the community focus you are, the less chance you are to be sort of pinioned into your summoner name. Because like if you said David Turney or Turley, people would know
Nobody
that you're
knows
talking
who that
about
is.
Freak. Most people would know you're talking about Freak. But maybe is that why you're rebranding your Twitter a little bit? You're going away from the
that's always been my Twitter. That's like a Twitter that I had, you know, even before I started at Riot. I'll always use the Cactopus on Reddit because that was really like where I started to publicly use that name a lot. I don't know. I try not to overthink it. I think a lot of times when I'm talking to players, it's okay to be Cactopus. But I guess if I'm being honest, if I'm talking to my coworkers, I'd rather just be Ryan. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes me more comfortable.